Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper and welcome back everybody to a brand new video. And what I have for you all today is we're going to be looking at the 5 worst kinds of players to face off against in PUBG. This was actually a pretty highly requested kind of video. You wanted to see what sort of players are annoying to go against and the worst kinds that you will find in regular lobbies. And so I put a list together of 5 players that I just hate coming across. And if you fall into any of these categories as a troll player, then let me know how many you fit into. But just before we get into that, if you guys could do me a really big favor, you have absolutely destroyed the like goal on every single one of these videos, and today we're going to try to keep that streak up. We'll go for 2,000 likes, so if you haven't already dropped a thumbs up, do that right now. Subscribe to this channel if you are brand new for more content just like this. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also, go and join my Discord server. Link will be in the description if you want to join a PUBG community. That's the place for you. And one more thing, I also found this really sweet PUBG rap that this guy made. So what I'm going to do is play a little snippet for you guys. Check this out, listen to it, and if at the end of this video, go check the link in the description and go subscribe to his channel and check this one out, and let him know what you think of the rap.
Y'all really pay attention. Oh, you got a lens. Pete, where you going for your back? I'm a missing. I'ma keep running cause I see him in the distance.
So go check out the rest of that song after this video is done here. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go and get started on the top 5 worst kinds of players in PUBG. So coming in at the number 5 spot are the loot hoarders. Now, nobody likes one of these on their team. This is probably the most crippling thing that you can have as a squad, when one of your teammates is just holding on to either a lot of meds, a lot of ammo, or just generally is more set up than the rest of your teammates and absolutely refuses to give you guys anything. Like, maybe he'll spare a bandage or two if you really need it and it comes down to it, but he's not going to give you, if he's got an M4 fully kitted out, he's definitely not going to drop that. He's the one that's always going to go for the airdrops and keep whatever weapons in it. Or even if you risk your life to go out and get the contents of said airdrop, say it's like an AWM, he's gonna make you trade for it because that's just the kind of guy he is. But loot hoarders are annoying because most of them don't even realize that they're doing it. You know what I mean? That's just like the way that they play the game, and they don't feel like they're holding back the squad in any way or being selfish with the things that they have. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's them being stingy about having the best of everything, the best weapons set up and the most meds on the squad, or whatever it is, I don't think anybody actively likes to have one of these on their team, and it's incredibly frustrating, and nothing drives me up a wall more than a loot hoarder. So now coming in at our number 4 spot is going to be the Bush Wookie. So I actually tried to get some gameplay earlier today about showing you a really good Bush Wookie strategy, getting a ghillie suit, camping out up in a bush where nobody sees you, and if you got a suppressor, you can just pick people off and you can stay there for a good while, especially if you get lucky with the zone and that sort of thing. But I got on today and I legitimately couldn't get a good Bush Wookie gameplay where I was camping it out and getting a decent amount of kills, because the thing is, it's not as strategic as it used to be when people were still learning the game and didn't know that if you turned on your graphics, then you can see people a little bit easier in bushes and more shrubbery and stuff like that. But every once in a while, you will have that one guy who got a ghillie suit, is feeling that he can, hop up in this bush, and he got incredibly lucky with the zone, so people are just going to flood in. Let's say he's got a silenced AWM or an M24, and he's going to pick people off one by one, and nobody will have any clue where he is, and he's not going to move until the last person cannot find him. There's nothing more infuriating than that at all. Let's say you're on a standout game. You got 15 kills on a solo. You're about to finish it off. Like, you have the complete setup, all level 3 armor. You're running through. Final zone is closing in. You're sweeping left and right, looking at bottoms of trees and bushes and stuff, and all of a sudden, your boy over there, looking like Chewbacca, that's the one that you just didn't happen to check thoroughly enough and didn't see him, and he picks you off with one swift AWM shot. Imagine that. I think we can all agree that that's a pretty annoying type of player to go up against, and I'm not saying that you can't use the strategy, because we've all done it, we've all been guilty, but also at the same time, there are some players that literally do this every single game. Whether or not they have a ghillie suit doesn't bother them. They will, dress their character in other ways to sort of simulate a ghillie suit and still be able to use that strategy. But nothing in this entire world gets me more salty than losing to a guy who I could barely see in the first place and is just chilling out there. So coming in at our number 3 spot is another really annoying one, but also I can't say that my hands are clean when it comes to this, because I do this, I'm not going to say a lot, but I do it at least every once in a while, and I'm sure you have all been guilty of this as well. I don't want to see anybody trying to say that they have literally never done this in their entire life, because that's just a straight up lie. But this is going to be bridge camping. Now, there is a legit strategy to this, and there's a reason why you can do it, is to pick up a lot of kills when the path was absolutely correct, and then also the zone is in your favor. You can pick up so many people that have to come across the bridge, otherwise they're going to die to the blue. But now it's almost gotten to the point where it's just a troll playstyle. Like a couple weeks ago, I was playing a game where I was trying to go into the military base as it was going to be an island game and the circle was landing there. So I was just I was playing a duos game, just driving along down the road, and all of a sudden I see that there is this huge blockade of like dossiers of UAZs. There's at least 6 or 7 of them, just like setting up almost a police block on the street. And like I couldn't do anything. I tried to ram through it, but like there was too many cars. I got stuck and I ended up dying. And I can tell you right now that these guys were literally doing it just for the memes, right? They weren't even trying to go for the win. They just wanted to annoy people. And that's what bridge camping has kind of evolved into. I think most of you all would agree with that. I don't do it a ton, only when I'm in the perfect position to do so. I don't go out of my way to sit the bridge every game, because also like while you can get a lot of kills every once in a while, on the games that people just don't travel the bridge, it's boring. You don't do anything. You can't really see a lot of land masses from where you are on the bridge, for the most part anyways, unless you have a really decent sniper with a great scope. But aside from that, it can be really boring or really fun. I swear, it's like every time I bridge camp and I get more than 5 kills, I just feel dirty. You know what I mean? Like I need to go and take a shower after I played this game. I can't force myself to do it. It's like camping in any other game that, or any sort of play style that's frowned upon in other video games. You just don't feel right about it. So coming in at the number 2 spot is not a super common one, and the reason why it's higher up on this list is because when it does happen, it is annoying. So of course we just discussed the bush Wookiees and the bush campers and how annoying that kind of player can be, but have y'all ever heard of the dolphin, or as like that's basically the name that I give it, the terminology that I like to use? There are some people, this is mostly exclusively to Erangel as it doesn't work great in Miramar as you need water, of course, hence the name dolphin, but some people legitimately will sit in the water, either under the bridge where nobody can see them, like from the bridge itself, or they will just sit somewhere out in the open, wait for the zone to come in, and when people get closer to the shore and to the coastline, they'll pop out, pick off however many people they need, and then jump back into the water and swim away. And the thing is, what's so annoying and frustrating about these kinds of players is that there's almost no way to counter it once they're in the water. When you can see their head above the surface, there is a chance you can pick them off, but if they swim down, you're done for. I couldn't imagine that's a very fun strategy to run either. We were ragging on bush camping that it's very boring until somebody crosses your path, and even then you don't get that much action depending on the game. But I have to assume that if you're doing this dolphin strategy or just sitting in the water, it's got to be 10 times more boring, because it's not like you can even shoot from the water anyway. You have to get out to do it unless you're in a boat, which a lot of these guys don't tend to use boats as they want to stay very stealthy. I mean, while I can't knock the strategy for being legit and for working, it's just frustrating. So I'm curious, are there any of you guys watching this video in the comment section that have either encountered one of these dolphin players, or maybe you are one yourself? And if you are, just give me your rationale behind it. I'm not trying to knock you or anything for it. I just want to understand like what kind of drives that play style and why you like to pick that over any other way to play. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, getting into our number 1 spot of the most annoying and frustrating kind of players to play against in PUBG, this has to be the vehicle trolls. You had to have run into this kind of player at least once in your life. These people will either grab a UAZ or a dossier or pickup or whatever it is and drive around a hot drop location like School or Picado with the sole purpose of being annoying. They'll just lay on their horn the entire time and just make laps until somebody tries to kill them. So when it comes to a location where you have like, I don't know, 20-25 people in one spot, and then you have one guy driving around you laying on his horn, it's just like you kind of almost band together as a group before you kill each other to kill the vehicle troll. And then once he's gone, then the game can resume as normal and you can go back to whatever you're doing. But I'm not gonna lie, I was getting the gameplay for this video and showing you guys right here, and it was kind of fun. Like, I was getting people really salty. There was around, I don't know, maybe 20 people in the school. At least 6 were firing out the window trying to hit me, and then this one guy literally came out of his spot into the front yard over here and then made it his mission to take me out of the vehicle just so I would shut up. And I'm not gonna sit here and do this all the time, but it was fun once in a while just to try it. I don't know. But how many of these players mentioned up in this list, all 5 of them, how many have you ran into, or maybe how many of them are you? Because I'm sure there's some people, I see a couple dolphins watching this video. I know who you are, and you know who you are as well. Let me know how many kinds of players that you've ran into or that you fill in this role yourself. Let me know in the comment section, guys, and also, I want to say a really huge thank you for 100k. I hit it while I was sleeping, and I wanted to see it with my own eyes, but all of you guys who are following me on Twitter had my back. You screenshotted it and made sure that I saw it as soon as I woke up and checked my phone and stuff. So anyways, thank you so much for that, guys. It's honestly been an incredible journey, life-changing, in fact, and this is only the beginning. We have so many things planned that I can't wait to tell you guys about and that you should be looking out for in the near future, and I will keep you guys updated as soon as these things come to fruition. And also, before you guys go, make sure you go and check in the description and watch the rest of that PUBG rap. The link will take you to his channel. Go check it out. Let him know what you think of it, and also all of his social media will be in the description if you want to check that out as well. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you are brand new, and I'll see you all on the next live stream or the next video. Peace out.